Workout number 3, the Volcano. This workout is structured just a little differently than the first two workouts. The first two workouts had an 8-minute warm-up and then immediately into the main sets. In this case, we're going to have an 8-minute warm-up followed by a set of priming intervals. And then we'll get into the main set. One main set if you're doing the short version, 2 main sets if you're doing the long version. For more details on the companion app, you can click on the workout profile. And then there's each interval described in detail for you. That's something that I wasn't aware of, that if you clicked on the workout profile on the companion app, then it gave you all the details for each interval. Learning something every time I'm on Swift. This has a stress point score of 60, and this compares to the previous 2 workouts which had stress point scores of 62 and 63. So we'll see how it compares when I ride it. And I'll be doing workout number 3 as a group workout. So I'll click on Academy Road, Events, workout number 3, the Volcano, A, and then click on Start Ride. Welcome to the 3rd workout of 2022 Swift Academy Road. And I have another 8 minutes or so before the workout starts. And just another note, while you're waiting for the workout to start, on the Swift Companion app workout screen, you can also scroll through the description of each of the upcoming intervals. So there's another way you can see the workout details. The workout starts in 10 seconds, and we'll begin as usual with an 8-minute warm-up. And just to confirm, I'm in erg mode. Well, I'll pause recording until there's some important on-screen messages to share. I'll hear some on-screen messages from Swift. And the reason this workout is called Volcano is that because it mimics the Volcano KOM. And we'll be tackling it at 105 and 110% of FTP. The goal today is to mimic the Volcano KOM. And after this workout, we should be able to crush our personal record on the Volcano KOM. Swift is suggesting that this effort should feel very hard, 8 out of 10. And a note that we can adjust the FTP bias, increased or decreased by 25%. But if you decrease the intensity substantially, you'll negate the benefit of the workout. If you're finding the intervals very challenging, why, rather than turn down the bias for the whole workout, perhaps try turning down the bias during those 5-minute rest breaks so you're fully recovered for the intervals themselves. Just another approach. Well, we finished the 8-minute warm-up and now a 3-minute rest before we move on to a priming effort ahead of the main sets. And we're going to start this primer, and Swift's telling us that it's a great way to open the aerobic pathways prior to the start of the main sets. 10 seconds away from this opening primer. 3 minutes at 205 watts for me. That initial 3 minutes of the primer is just about done. And now on to 1 minute at 230 watts, or 90% of FTP. This primer might be the toughest interval set of the whole workout. And now on to a minute at 105% of FTP. And now for the last 30 seconds of this primer. 30 seconds at 110% of FTP. Primer done. Now for a 3-minute rest. And I'll stop recording here and see you at the start of the first main set. I wanted to mention that when you're doing a solo workout, the action bar includes an icon to pause the workout, but that icon is missing when you're doing a group workout. So you just have to keep going for the full workout. Just about to start that first main set. Remember, it's 3 times 1 minute and 30 seconds at 90% of FTP, followed by 1 minute 30 seconds at 110% of FTP, with short 30-second breaks between each of those. We'll see if I survive. And now for the tough part, 1.5 minutes at 110% of FTP. And I'll resume recording just as I finish this interval. Okay, now for a 30-second break, and we do it all over again. And I'll see you at the end of the last interval of this first set. Just finishing up this last interval, and I can legitimately say this has been the toughest of the Swift Academy workouts so far. This is the highest my heart rate has been, 143. Okay, now a nice 5-minute break. Woo. Need to recover before that next set. Another 45 seconds before the start of that last set of intervals, and I've needed this full 5 minutes to get my heart rate down and get my respirations under control, have a drink of water, and use my towel. This is a tough interval set, but it will lead to improvement. When the going gets tough, think of why you're doing it, knowing it'll all be worthwhile. And you'll see me again at the end of this interval set. I'm gonna suffer by myself for a few minutes. Just finishing up this last interval of the workout. And it's heavy duty. Just a note that when you're at these higher power levels, it helps to have a higher cadence. Otherwise, you're pushing against some real heavy duty resistance. Okay, 10 more seconds. Heart rate's up to 144. Okay, wow. That was a nice effort. And now for the 4-minute cool down. Of the Swift Academy workouts so far, this has been the toughest. So it's one where you could legitimately reduce your bias if you're struggling, or it may be the one where you choose the shorter version. In any case, it will stimulate the improvements that we're all looking for. Again, when it gets tough, remember why you're doing it. And I've also found that when you're struggling, why smile. Somehow smiling makes it go easier. I don't know what it is. Okay, we'll see you for workout number 4. In the meantime, train hard and have fun.